So Murtala Inusah is standing by in your shot there speaking to Baba Sadiq, and so let's take you live there and listen in on what's going on there.
To indicate to you how it felt like, but obviously, I mean, it confirms that we have a very good case and a very strong case.
Okay, wish you all the best. So let's just take some reaction from the NPP side as well. And the majority leader is present in court, and so let's find out from him. That's it. Find out from him what they also make of the situation at the court in there. And then, so let's hear.
We are the new patriotic party. The elephant is a really symbol. We have won to save Ghana. The elephant is a really symbol. We have won to save Ghana.
That is the NPP singing moments after
to save Ghana. The elephant is a really symbol. We shall win to save Ghana.
So it's a fanfare, yeah, and the NDC side has always been to, so it's it's quite interesting here at the court because let's just. So let's have a reaction from the majority leader, Afenyomankin Alexander, who was present in court.
Because to me, the options that we've used all, the NDC appears to be blocking your chance of making your point.
We have every patience for the law. A court process may be slow, but with surety, you will get the results when you know you are on firm grounds. What it is about this, simply put, the Electoral Commission itself has stated with emphasis that there is no such thing as a declaration of results in Okaikwe Central, Ablekuma North, and Tema Central, as well as Dominico Abenya. So they have already administratively declared those results as illegal, and the Electoral Commission is doing its work. So this argument that they are declared results is neither here nor there. However, we have firm belief that in the end we will be victorious. There's no rush. We are following due process. You realize that initially they were on a path of violence. At least we've managed to bring them to the courtroom. We have managed to bring them to civility. We have managed to get them to abide by the rule of law. So that is our joy. This is NPP. We believe in the rule of law. We stand for the right thing being done. So we are not worried at all. Tomorrow, first, the court would determine the preliminary objection they raised regarding our application. Then we take the next step.
Some argue that if the Electoral Commission has agreed that there was no proper declaration so far, this could have been corrected by an administrative fiat. Why didn't you engage them?
But that is what they have done. You remember that we were all at Tesano police station. There was an agreement that we should all be at Tesano and do the collation. We were at the Tesano Police Training School. On Thursday, we agreed to do 4 constituencies. When they realized that we had won all, that was when they started making their noise. Then they threatened the EC, and in the process, EC wrote to the police to provide protection. And it was within that period of delay that we came to court for an order of Mandamus and also for the EC to be protected by the security agencies so that they do their work. That's the application we're on. So there's no cause for alarm. Look, in an election, if you've won, you've won. If you've lost, you've lost. The records are there. All they are doing is to prevent the records from being pursued. but it will not end anywhere. They can't stop the law. So we are very patient. We are very patient.
For a layman, when we talk about challenging elections, the approach we've always seen is election petition. And I mean, the NDC in court today are saying that you ought to have come by that approach.
No,
a different approach
that can only be triggered when there's an official declaration. The body in charge of the elections says that the elections have not been concluded. They are saying that their officers were threatened, were cajoled to do an illegal act, and the law allows them. The CI allows them to ensure that the right things are done, and that is what they've done. There is no official declaration. It is the Electoral Commission that does declaration of results. It is saying that it has not concluded. What it has concluded is the final collation. We declared all our candidates whose matter is in dispute the rightful elected candidates. So that's it. Don't worry.
There's a lingering question finally. General, there's a lingering...
Okay, so that is Alexander Afenyo Markins giving the reaction over there. So the numbers have been in court, and then you could see clearly that they have been singing right, left, center, and all of this. And so let me just try and see if I'm able to engage Madame Bekwia Friye in this whole matter in respect of what was dealt with in court. She's one of Madame. It's true. So it's been the fanfare here, as you can see or you can hear from the High Court premises, the NPP. So that's the atmosphere here at the Law Court Complex as the High Court adjourns case. They adjourns the matter to tomorrow, the 1st of January 2025, to make a determination on a preliminary legal objection that has been raised by the NDC candidate, the four of them. In fact, the application that was initially mentioned was in relation to the constituency that was initially mentioned was in relation to the Tema Central. And as the lawyer make that particular point about the preliminary legal objection, they associate themselves clearly. Well, but let's take some more reaction on what is happening from the court.
Since we know, like I told your other guys, we do the elections at the polling station. When you run to the polling station, even today, everybody at the polling station will tell you the results at the polling station. When you are clever, you can add all of them together. It is 1 + 1 2. Nothing will change. Nothing will change.
I mean, the formalities are also important. And so, for some of them,
what formalities? Look, it is the Electoral Commission.
We are told that the pink sheets
hold on. No, hold on. It is not. You see, let's take the issues one by one. The Electoral Commission, who the Constitution mandates to do his job and duty to conduct elections, have conducted elections. The Electoral Commission is telling you that I have not collated the results.
This is a commission that they are very skeptical about.
And so the commission has declared a precedent. You didn't talk about skepticism. He has declared other constituencies. We didn't talk about skepticism. You see, the point I'm making is that the NPP has lost a lot of seats, a lot of key traditional home seats. We are not talking about it. We are not fighting about it. But these ones, we are saying that it won't go. We won the seats. Of all the coalitions, we won the seat. Some of them, you declare out of some of the polling stations, not the total. The CI 127 is saying clearly that you must collate all underlined. So you cannot do 2, you cannot do 3 and come and tell us that you have won because it is favorable to you. No, you cannot do it. You must do everything. And that is what we are asking the Electoral Commission to do. If this doesn't happen, what will happen is that in 2028, you know what we are going to do? We are going to mash up at the collation center. When the results come and you see that 10 out of 20 or 10 out of 30 polling stations are favorable to you, then you force the Electoral Commission or the returning officer to declare.
Okay, so that's some of the reactions coming from the Law Court Complex moments after the High Court has been adjourned. So it's been going very interesting. Situations here at the Law Court Complex, it's been very, very interesting, of course. There have been some more people who have visited here, who have come to the court. And then let's try and see if we can engage Mr. Nimakun to just give us some few perspective on what has been happening so far. And of course, from the NDC, having some interaction with the NDC counterpart. Let's just find out from you. You have been in the courtroom to witness what is happening. Your position is that declarations have been made. This particular preliminary legal objection doesn't, in fact, this Mandamus application doesn't surface. It's election petition in disguise. Why do you say so?
Okay, so normally it is the Electoral Commissioner herself, Madame GHOne in 2020, when we asked for recollection in the Techiman South case, she replied to us saying that once elections have been declared, the only option is for you to go to court on petition, to petition the court, for the court to go into the matter. And so why is it that now a declaration has been, the declaration was not done by NDC. The declaration was done by the Electoral Commissioner itself, the one mandated to do the declaration. Who did it? And so why is it that now that a declaration has been done by the district election officer, electoral officer, the same Electoral Commission is hiding behind NPP to go and seek for Mandamus, to go and do recollection? My brother, have you ever heard of recollection in Ghana's election before?
So now tomorrow the court is making a determination on your preliminary legal objection. What do you expect?
And we expect that the court will do the right thing, and that those who are aggrieved should go to court by a way of petition, not recollection. Recollection is a foreign language. There is nothing like that in our electoral laws. And the Electoral Commissioner herself, Madame GHOne, was the one who officially wrote to us and told us that there is nothing like that in the laws of Ghana, so long as elections are concerned. So today, she herself cannot turn around, go and hide behind NPP and seek for recollection. I know that the court will do the right thing.
As a party going into 2025, on the eve of 2025, you are in court. What does it mean to the future?
Have you forgotten 2008? The 1st of January in 2008, we were in court, so it's not a strange thing. That is why, as you can see, all that we are doing, we are waiting for the EC to take their final steps so that whatever we can do as a party, we will also take it up from there. Because so long as the EC has not concluded its work, there is nothing that we will do. We are law-abiding. We believe in democracy, proper democracy. So we will wait until the EC finishes, concludes its work, then we'll take the next action.
Okay, so let's try much more reaction from the NDC perspective. Let's engage Mr. Nimakun, who has also been here following proceedings in court. He has monitored whatever has happened in court. And I just want to engage him briefly on what has happened in court. On the 1st of January, the court is making a determination as somebody who has been following the NPP. What exactly are your interests? What are you looking forward to tomorrow?
We are waiting to hear from the court that the law must be allowed to operate. You know, the EC by itself has said that the process has not completed. It will only complete when the returning officer has issued a rate. And before then, we'll have to put together all the results from all the polling stations. And that have not been allowed to continue. So we know that, yes, the earlier ruling of the court that has been put aside by the Supreme Court, we are in the hands of this High Court, and the right thing will be done.
You have superintended elections upon election. How different is this one, especially with the issues that have surrounded this year's elections?
Yes, I mean, every election will come with its own challenges. We'll go through, and when we are done, we'll do a review, and we'll later communicate to the world.
What is the plan for Domi Kwabenya? We know that the rerun will have to be conducted in some of the polling stations, particularly Abokobi. How is the party looking at it?
The New Patriotic Party will go into that election and win for Mike Okwe to be made the Member of Parliament for Domi Kwabenya. With respect to the strategy, we will not discuss. But I can assure you that the good people in that polling station will add to the votes of the new patriotic party to win the parliamentary seat.
Thank you so much. So that's the director of election of the NPP. Let's see if you are able to engage Mr. Tanko Computer of the NDC for his perspective also about what has happened here at the court. It's been very interesting whatever is happening here at the premises of the law court complex. So the court has spoken, the parties have been heard, preliminary legal objection have been raised by the NDC side, same responded to by the NPP side, and the Electoral Commission, the EC's point to the court was very interesting. It was like, how is it that an election that has not been validly determined come before the court, and what grounds would the court have to be making a decision on that? So let me just try and engage Mr. Tanko Computer of the NDC. He has been present in court so that he can also share with us some of the perspective of the party, what the plan will be. Mr. Tanko, we want to engage you on GHOne TV to look at, you have been in court, you heard what the court said, you have raised preliminary legal objection to the application for Mandamus. What exactly are you looking to achieve? You said that they ought to come by way of this is election petition in disguise. Why do you say so?
Well, they were coming through the back door. They try to use ambush tactics to get a constituency recollection, which we don't have it in our laws. The one to do declaration is the returning officers. They have done their work. You are not satisfied with their work. What do? You come by a petition.
Is that why you describe the Mandamus as a...
Mandamus is a backdoor method. The Mandamus is meant to force them to do an action they have not done. But they have done the action. They concluded the action. Their work is to what? To collate and declare. And they have collated and declared. You are not satisfied.
As a party, you have to come on the first day of January. What's the expectation?
Yeah, they want the judge to do justice to it.
What justice means?
And to throw them away.
That's the only way that...
Allow our MPs to be sworn in, simple and short. They won the election. Okay. They must be represented. The people need representation in parliament.
Now, let's look at Dominic Kwabenya. What is the plan now?
Oh, we are currently over there at the EC. I'm going back there. We are insisting that the lady must be declared winner. She won fairly. The people voted for her. They counted. We have videos of the counting. 1, 2, 3, up to NPP 114. They also counted up to 223 for the lady, Faustina. Okay, the video footage is that the returning officer was there doing the counting. If she inadvertently used a specimen pin sheet to enter the results, that doesn't invalidate the results. That's why it should not affect the voters and then the candidates. It's a figure and we have it. So finish.
If the EC is pushing, do you have any date in mind for the rerun?
Pushing. How can they push on this? It's a simple logic. You don't worry yourself about it. They should just declare the woman. Okay. That's what, simple and short.
Wish you all the best.
It is finished.
Okay, so as a Tanko Computer says, it is finished because they are not pushing whatever has been done, has been declared in favor of the NDC candidate. And for them, there's nothing that can change that particular result. The will of the people must stand. So for them, whether the EC's intentions to go for a rerun at the Dominic Kwabenya constituent, particularly with regards to Abokobi, for them, they think that that will not surface because they are at the EC to impress upon the EC to declare their candidate as the winner. So the law court complex has been very busy today, 31st of December, of course, just on the eve of the new year, and Justice Fosinban in Japan had heard the argument from the parties, especially in relation to the preliminary legal objection raised by lawyer ADG Tamaklu in relation to all the 4 parliamentary candidates. What they say is that the Mandamus application that has come to the court is an election petition in disguise, and the applicant, if they have any concerns at all, they have to come to court by way of an election petition and not through a Mandamus or a Mandamus application that is compelling the court to compel the EC or to command the EC to go collate and declare results. Earlier, High Court has done that. The Supreme Court has quashed it, and they are before the court. But what is clear is that the substantive matter of the Mandamus application will have to be determined, if at all, after the determination of the preliminary legal objection. If the preliminary legal objection is sustained, it means that the issue of Mandamus has been wiped out or will not even be heard at all. But if the court dismisses that, it means they will have to come back and then fix a date for them to move the Mandamus application. But what is clear is that tomorrow the court will determine that. So quite clearly, today, being the 31st of December, the High Court has sat on the matter, but the issue itself, the NDC side raised a preliminary legal objection.